Hi there, I've done this shape before, but I had a lot more emphasis on the shading of it, so I wanted to show sort of how quickly we could make this really cool 12-sided star design. You want to find the center of your paper. You could use your ruler to find it. You want to make sure, that everything's centered. So whatever size our first circle will be will dictate how big the outer star is. So I'll start with one circle, and on top, without moving my compass, I'm going to place the pointed part of the compass on top, and I'm going to make a marking. Where they meet, I'm going to put my compass, and those of you who have done the seed of life or some other shapes, a circle will fit 6 times perfectly around. So we're going to make 6 even marks. Now that we have 6, we want to find the space in between them. So I'm going to go ahead and adjust my compass, and I want to find the point in between these two on that circle. So I'll adjust my compass to what looks like a little bit more than halfway. I'll make an arc. I'll go to the other side where my marking was made, and I'll do it again. Oh, and that's going to give me space not big enough. So I'm going to adjust my compass a little bit larger so we can actually see the arc. But with the first marking, you could see the point is going to be in between there. So if I line up my ruler, I get right here. So I'm going to use this spot, this halfway point, and I'm going to make 6 more even markings going around the circle. So it's very important that we do this next step. We want to realign our compass back to the center and adjust the pencil so it is going to line up perfectly with the original circle. Now we're going to go to that spot and put our point of our compass and make a mark, and we're going to go all the way around 6 times, only this time it's in between the first 6 that we made. So I'm turning my paper to make it a little easier for me. So now we have 12 even markings. We're going to make 3 squares. 3 times the 4 sides will be 12. So the next step is to take our ruler, and we're going to start with the one on top here, and we're going to connect this to the third one. 1, 2, 3. And the more carefully you do it, the more accurate it's going to be. Now we're going to go to the next spot over to the left and keep connecting it to a spot just past each square corner. Finally, we have 4 spots left. We will connect that to make our final square. So there we have our first step, our 12-sided star. Now we're going to make something in the middle. In order to do that, we have to get a particular space. I'm going to use this corner here, and I'm going to take my compass and I'm going to adjust it from here to here. So here we go. I'm going to put the point of my compass here and adjust it right there. And we're going to make a little arc. This is going to help set up the next circle we draw. So we have this little arc here. So the last circle we make, we're going to adjust our compass from the center to the tangent spot, just a spot that will just touch that arc in one place. And when I have that, I'm going to make the circle. So the last step here, then there's just a tiny bit of erasing, is we're going to find the spot in between the two star points here. And we're going to make a marking on that circle. So here and here. And again, I'll find the spot in between these two, and I'll line up my ruler and I'll line it up on the other side. And I'll make a mark on the new circle. So I'll go around and do this 6 times. So now we have another 12 set of markings, only they're not directly above where we started. They're a little bit offset here and here. The next step is going to be taking this one here and this one here and drawing a line going straight down. And when we draw it, we're going to go all the way up to touch the first set of squares that we drew, from here to here. And then I line up this spot here. They should be parallel. And we have these 2 parallel sets of lines. I'm going to rotate my paper and do that same thing here in between the point of the stars. So I'm going to line it up and repeat that process 6 times. So now we have another set. I'm going to rotate it, and we're going to do the same thing here. And again, if I were going for accuracy, I would be double and triple checking my markings just to make sure my ruler is really precise. When we're doing constructions, precision matters a lot. You want to be as accurate and as precise as possible. Now I really like this pattern. You can see the little stars on the inside, there's stars on the outside. So there's really one last thing to do. We're going to erase this little marking in between the triangle here. I guess you could call it the base of the triangle. And we want to remember when we go over it in marker not to pass through that point. We're going to leave a little gap. It makes a cool design. So now we're just going to use a marker and make it a little bit brighter and show you what it looks like.